Welcome back. Uh, we were watching this Chinese lady do some chill shit. She was like making food, but then I got copy striked. So we're gonna watch this one.
After a coal mine shuts down, the pollution doesn't stop.
So
Toxic waste flows for decades, contaminating rivers and killing aquatic life.
like auto copy
And
strike.
it's nearly impossible to contain.
This one's about coal. Clean up streams.
Yep.
Streams are mad dirty.
For a long time, most of these streams were just written off.
Now, a team has developed a method to harvest the muck
The muck. Delectable.
and turn it into paint.
They harvesting at my hand though.
But can it really
That's
clean
kinda-
up a century of worldwide waste?
It's kind of smart. Bunch of RT.
It's Harvest Day at Pine Run, a creek in Ohio.
Yeah, keep going.
Where's this runoff
Yeah, I see the
from,
flow.
though?
Michelle Shively McIver and John Sabraw have been making pigment out of this pollution for over a decade.
This stuff is just really good.
Yeah. It's our favorite.
It is our favorite.
So are they really like stopping the pollution, or are they just like profiting off pollution?
Their team built a system of pipes
Seems like
that
they're
collect
profiting
smelly
off
goo called
pollution.
acid
Yeah.
mine drainage, or AMD for short. It's highly acidic water leaking from an old coal mine that closed over 100 years ago.
I mean,
When
what are they
you
gonna do
leave a
about
mine,
this besides
you just
know,
walk
try
away
and
from
do
it.
something with
What
it?
happens is it fills up instantly with water.
There really is no way to seal the mines completely.
The water that still leaks from mines today creates iron oxide, which can be lethal to aquatic life.
Yeah, clearly, it's
That
gonna be
pipe
no
is
fucking
full
fish
of
from this.
iron sludge, and it's going to come out of there really fast.
But it also happens to be an essential
Why?
ingredient to make paint.
Buckets.
We need buckets. So low tech.
Doesn't this just seem hella illegal? Like they're just stealing the
System
shit.
right
I mean,
now.
doesn't own. Yeah, no one owns the
That's
sludge
what this
here.
team is harvesting today.
It's gold, Matt. It's gold.
The team filters buckets of iron oxide using these troughs.
Smooth it out and put some Cool Whip on there, and it's like pumpkin pie in a bin. I'd eat it.
Today's haul is over 200 pounds of iron oxide. It's a bit more than this mine site pumps out in a single day.
Okay. All right. So, not only are they like just really just taking the iron oxide, the minerals, but this dude is just dumping it back. Like he's just dumping the waste back.
Then they move it to their research facility, where
the fuck?
engineers wash the pigment to remove impurities that affect the final color.
'Cause, you know,
Basically, we're
it's
just
fucking
diluting out
dirty.
all the dissolved solids.
This is Guy Riefler. He's an engineer who partnered with Michelle and John
Man,
to
his name's
start
Guy.
True Pigments.
It still kind of shocks me that Sunday Creek is this orange mass and it goes right through several communities, and it's been doing it for 20 years, and aside from us, nobody's really doing anything about it.
The team dries the pigment before shipping it off to a giant kiln.
But they're
They
not really
change the
doing
color
anything
by
about
controlling
it,
the
you know?
temperature.
They're just using it.
Then they send the pigment to Portland, Oregon, where Gamblin Artists Colors uses it to make paint.
We wanted to be the first to make color with it. We were just kind of all in. There's 3 colors that are all made from pigment that has been painstakingly reclaimed by John and team.
This one is called Iron Violet. This worker mixes the pigment, zinc, and flax oil. And a mill uses heat and pressure to combine the pigment and oil.
Okay. Oh, paint
And so
making?
with a little bit of pressure, we draw it down.
Then workers test for thickness, texture, and color. Finally, they bottle it up.
Making paint has to be like the craziest shit.
Gamblin markets the paint as reclaimed earth colors. John teaches art and uses the paints in his own studio.
If I want something deep and red and earthy, you're not going to get anything better than an iron oxide.
Is he saying that because he's a part owner?
He
that
says
color?
his art helps to start conversations about protecting the environment.
The circle gives them permission to decide for themselves instantly whether that is a universe, a planet, a stream, or microbes.
And the new colors are taking off. Painters across the country have shared what they've created using the hashtag #ReclaimedColor.
Reclaimed color. Huh?
For now, True Pigments can't harvest enough iron oxide to clean up an entire stream.
It has such a satisfying plop.
But the company plans to scale up. By 2024, True Pigments plans to open a larger facility. It will harvest iron oxide and clean the water at one of Ohio's most polluted acid mine sites.
That's kind of legit.
That would mean the company could harvest raw material that could be used in all kinds.
Like, you know, do a little, wouldn't necessarily say evil, but do a little bad right now to do a lot of good later. They do need money to do greater good, because you always need money, apparently.
Kinds of products, not just paints.
Really not
Construction
much you can
materials,
do without
concrete,
money.
bricks. It's used for a lot of industrial coatings, agricultural fertilizer, cosmetics. We really had to find something useful to make out of this really, detrimental pollution.
And Michelle says her team's method of retrieving iron oxide is more sustainable than mining it. Unfortunately, they're dealing with a nearly unlimited resource. There are nearly 10,000 square miles of abandoned coal mines across the
Definitely
United States.
not unlimited.
Iron oxide didn't do anything wrong. Iron oxide is not to blame here. If you treat it right, like we're doing, it is a valuable asset. It is beautiful.
These mines will continue producing AMD for hundreds of years.
But Michelle is confident that turning pollution into art can make a difference.
I wish they talked about more of like what this iron oxide is doing to the environment, you know? Kind of looks like it's just turning shit orange, but we clearly did not see any fish in that stream. Good shit.